Hey y'all, this is Celeste Buckingham.
Yeah! I can't take it. It's so unpredictable. I can't take it. Makes me want to lose control.
All the cameras are on Celeste today on the Adam Bomb Show. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I see you come bringing a guitar, too. This is good stuff.
I do. I like to come prepared.
So you're a singer.
I am. Yes, I am. Oh God, grown. Yes.
Let me say, when I go research you, you've done more than just singing. You've done so many artsy things. And I like how you're well balanced.
Thank you. I've never been told that before because my parents generally think I'm crazy. So that's very nice to hear.
Why do they think you're crazy?
Well, it's my mom. She gave me a heavy dose of being overambitious. So I try to do a lot of different creative things as much as I can. And I scare my dad a little because he was hoping for the classic, go to college, get a real job. But I think he's happy. So
that's good. It's good to have your parents happy. When I look you up, because really how you find out about people is looking them up on the internet. There's some stuff I found about you, and I see that. No, this is good. I would never bring the bad stuff up.
Oh, okay.
That when you went to was it Czechoslovakia? You didn't know anybody, and you were kind of lost.
Well, I grew up there. I was there.
Okay.
My family moved there. My sister and I were both. My sister was a baby, and I was like 3 years old, like I was a toddler age.
Right.
So we didn't know anybody. My dad had one friend at the hospital he was working at, which is why we went there in the first place. And my parents were kind of late hippies. They were hippies in the 90s. So they decided they wanted to move around the world and try different countries and cultures. And we were supposed to only be there for a year or two. And then we ended up staying like 13 years. So that was where I grew up and did everything. All the music, everything about me is from there, basically.
Was it hard to make friends?
I'm generally a very friendly, sociable person. I'm less now because I'm just more jaded and I'm bored with people pretty quick. But when I was little, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna be very honest. But when I was little, I was really friendly and I wanted to make friends, but I didn't know the language, so I had a really hard time. And I was the classic case of getting bullied in preschool and in first grade and. Just like, oh, haha, her Slovak's weird. Her language is weird. She speaks funny. And I had a lisp, too, when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
So that was rough. But, every kid's got to go through something to get to where they're going. So.
Are you bored with this interview right now? Because you get bored with
No.
Wow.
Never, no.
Now, I don't want to dwell on you were on a reality show, but did that in any way prepare you for being on your own because you're on stage and all these people are watching you and you're getting critiqued constantly?
Well, that was one of the most scariest experiences in my entire life, I have to say. And I haven't been skydiving yet because I have a phobia of heights, so that's like the next thing.
Okay, that's
that
the
would
next
scare
step.
Me.
Yeah.
More than that, but I mean, being 15, going through the whole reality show process, you're living in a hotel with people you've never met. And I was also, very sheltered as a kid. My parents were really, protective, and I went to a school with, a lot of good kids, and so like suddenly getting thrown into show business where it's some of the craziest people you'll meet in your life, and not always good people. It was really rough, and I was really scared, and I came out of there kind of freaked out and thinking, should I do this? Is this the job I really want to do? But then, I found the people I was working with, and it was actually just my mom and my producer who believed in me after the show. And, thanks to them, I kind of was able to find that this is great. If you can survive all the craziness, then this is one of the greatest jobs in the universe. And I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Is show business different here than where you're from?
A little bit. Not crazy different. Like, for example, the shows I was in, it's set up almost the same way. We even have a similar logo and the same setup. And the difference is that it's in a different language and they have different celebrities because they're from different places. So, like, our judge panel is nobody you guys would recognize, but where I'm from, they're huge. They're some of the biggest legends that we have. So, that's one thing. And then I was a judge a few years later on the X Factor. And again, same logo, same system, same way it works.
Yeah.
But it's just, the difference is that it's just a different population of celebrities that we have and people that we're into and the kind of music we listen to. But like back home, you'll turn on the radio and you'll hear Rihanna and then you'll hear my record and then you'll hear a record in a different language, and then you'll go back to, I don't know, Taylor Swift or Katy Perry. So,
Wow, I would have never guessed that. And that makes me want to ask this question. You are on both sides. You are on a stage on a show, and then you judge people.
yeah.
What's that like? What's the difference between both?
I have to admit, it was kind of fun judging people. No, I mean, I tried to, actually, that's why they asked me to be a judge a few years later, was because they knew that I'd recently had that experience. And I was the one who was sympathizing with the contestants, because I knew exactly what it was like to stand on that stage in front of all those people and sing when previously all you'd ever done was sing in your shower with a brush in your hand. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it was really scary for them, but because I knew how scary it was very easy for me to kind of make them feel more comfortable. And we actually got a lot of better performances out of a lot of our auditions, because I would always tell them, you can do this. It's okay. Try your best. And then the ones that weren't good, well, we couldn't let them through, because I'm not going to lie. If you can't sing, you can't sing.
And you're brutally honest, which
Yeah.
is great. Celeste Buckingham on the Adam Bomb Show. You're going to sing for us in a second. Who's that one singer that gave you the bug that you wanted to sing? You wanted to do this?
There's two, actually, that
Okay.
kind of happened at the same time. It was Frank Sinatra and Janis Joplin.
Wow, that's a combination.
I know.
And especially, but you're young, so I wouldn't expect that. So that's pretty cool that you're really deep into music like that.
Well, my dad the only music my dad listens to is jazz. So, and old school, 1940s, 1950s jazz. So
Okay,
we had a
wow.
lot of Dean Martin in the house. We had a lot of Frank Sinatra growing up. Aretha Franklin, Etta James, like a lot of the classics. And so that's what I grew up listening to. And I always loved Frank Sinatra because he was just so suave, and every delivery, every performance he ever gave was just really smooth. Like, to this day, he's still considered one of the greatest singers and performers of all time. Even to the younger generation, like my sister doesn't listen to jazz at all, and she's 16, but she's still like, yeah, I gotta say that Frank Sinatra can sing really.
Oh,
he's
wow.
really cool.
Okay.
So he's kind of the definition of where that cool idol thing came in, and then Janis is kind of just. Her voice is so brutally honest in everything, from her live performances, if you watch a few of them that are available online, to her records. It's just so brutally honest, and she doesn't really say something that's like too rude or too harsh, or she's singing love songs, but her voice is really honest and really powerful. And I always wanted, when I heard that when I was a kid, I went, wow, I want to be able to sing like that one day. And I hope I'm getting at least a little closer than I was a few years ago. But
Well, we want to hear it, Celeste. What are you going to
All
sing
right.
for us?
Well, we're going to sing the new record that's going to be available very soon. It's called Unpredictable.
Yes. All right. You
And
want
we're
to
doing
tune it up?
acoustically. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's put that.
Is my mic close enough? I didn't really pay attention.